Impressive, man. 3.5 hours, do this together, man. It starts with us, it ends with us.
Hey, no cheers! Hey, God!
Thank you. God bless. Thank you guys for coming.
What's cracking, everybody? What's going down? Welcome to the Bay Area Raider Talk. You're getting on the BART. We're going for a ride. We're going to go do the suppressor from earlier today.
Sir.
It's my boy Black, and he's the brains of the matter.
So it's Pinky in the brain.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to go over the camp news briefly for today, day 7?
For sure, we can go over the camp news. You're going to have to turn up a little bit, though. Can't really hear you.
Yeah, okay.
There you go.
So day 7 of the Raiders camp is done. The wind created some inaccuracy with passes today. Fernando threw a pick that went off Malik Benson's hands into Darian Porter's hands. Lots of pressure on the edges from Max Crosby, Malcolm Kuntz. They look good today. Bowers, Jalen Naylor made big plays. JPJ and Caleb Rogers rotated some at right guard. First change at O-line we've seen. Zeke Massis took most of the first reps in team. He had a nice pass breakup on Trey Tucker. AOC picked a couple times in team, And Kirk Cousins found Naylor and Brock Bowers for deep touchdowns to start the team period. Bowers caught 3 straight passes during one portion of practice, and the defense came away with 2 interceptions, one from Porter and one from Buddy Johnson. Hezekiah Massis had some nice breakups, more than one, and it's said that there's an active competition between JPJ and Caleb Rogers, which I don't particularly believe, but we're going to get into that today because we're going to see if the Raiders expose their hand today with their presser today. But Coach Mike McCoy said that Jermon McCoy, he set out today as a rest day, so they're bringing him along slowly. And speaking of slowly, mental reps is having a slow start with this Raider regime. He exited practice early today. He had a collision with Kuntz. Kuntz stayed at practice, however, he did not. So our man mental reps is mental repping again.
Doing some more mental reps.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I'm not happy about that so much.
Me either. Especially for what, a third?
Yeah, things keep happening to our man. He gotta make his way on the field and stay there. Like, I hope this is not indicative of how he's gonna be during the season.
Yeah, I hope it ain't gonna be like that either during the season.
Like in and out, in and out, in and out. But
Yeah, that's
let's
sure.
take a look at the presser. We're gonna listen to JPJ, Spencer Burford, and Tonka Hemingway.
Yeah, let's go check out what they got to say today.
All right. Chuck, what you made of Rick Dennison and the impact he's had on you personally and the line?
I mean, Rico's been awesome. I mean, just how much experience he has, his resume, everything about him has been great. And he's been an incredible teacher to me. He showed me that he has, my back. He's got our back. He's got our team's back. And he's a team guy. And he's been amazing. And, some of the best coaches I've been around.
The feeling of having your what's that competition like?
Just competition, having fun playing football.
That feeling of having your back, I guess, just how important is that to what you're trying to accomplish? Not just you, but
I think it's important as a team. I mean, when players feel like coaches has their back and they can go in and go play football and know that every coach is trying to get them better for a common goal. I mean, that's what it's all about, and that's all these coaches. That's all they showed us. They've talked about it. They've also showed it, and it's been incredible.
Last year at this time, you weren't even sure what position to be playing.
Mhm.
Has it been helpful for you to just know, like,
Of course, continuity is always great, and it's given me a chance to focus on one position. But I think it's helped us as a group as well that everybody knows who's playing where, and it doesn't really matter. We're all just trying to get better every day and have fun playing football.
How much of an impact? It felt kind of weird last year. There were some dynamics that felt a little weird to us, maybe to the fans. How did you deal with that? Did you learn, grow from that experience?
I think from any experience, I'm going to learn and grow. And last year's last year. I'm going to keep it in the past and just focus on this year and this team.
How much of it?
still with this team?
He's about football, and he's about family, and he's about team. And that's all he's about. And that's what he shows every day in every action he does, in every team meeting, in every practice. He isn't big, rah-rah, huge personality, but he loves football and he loves us. And that's evident throughout the entire team.
How much of it do you feel any sense of urgency? This is year 3, kind of putting it all together, being able to try to stay on the field and play consistent football and be the guy that the Raiders invest in the second round?
That's what you guys want to say. I'm just working. I'm trying to get better every day. We are trying to get better every day. It's not about what I do or what I put out there. It's about what we do. It's not one person. It's a whole team. And what I try and do and what we try and do as a team is step out there and get better at one thing every day. We're not looking 5-6 months in the future. I'm not pocket watching. I'm not going to look all over that because that's anxiety and that's something I don't need. And that's something we don't need as a team as well.
What is the culture you would say Clint Kubiak has installed here as a Raider?
Football culture, family, football, and winning.
Speaking of family, you got married just before starting training camp.
Yeah.
What is that going to do for you personally, and just kind of maturity and moving forward in that realm?
Well, it's great for my taxes, number one. Number two, I don't know. I mean, my wife has had my back since day one. I've known her for a really long time. And it's just a support system I have at home. And it's someone who I can lean on every day. And yeah, sure. I'm maturing. I'm getting older. But, still same guy. As much as she can love me off the field, it's not going to help me on the field.
What have been your impressions of that quarterback room with Kirk Cousins and Fernando Mendoza?
They've been awesome. They're so fun. I mean, there's a lot of personality, a lot of knowledge, and it's just really cool to be a part of and really cool to see.
What's it been like playing in front of Kurt, seeing the way that he operates this offense as a veteran and kind of the passion that he brings to the game?
It's great. I mean, you love having a quarterback like that. I mean, I've been around a lot of quarterbacks in my time, even though I haven't been on the field a lot, but he's by far he knows the game. I mean, he's been here for a very long time. He's done it at a very high level for a very long time, and it translates on the field. He's an amazing leader, and he's an amazing quarterback.
Does he bring those described as like go ahead dad type vibes sometimes?
For sure. I mean, he came in the league, I think 2013. Yeah, I was 2013. Shit. I was 9 years old. Yeah, I was 9 years old. Yeah. So.
How great has it been for you, especially coming in this year with the new coaching staff who's already established a culture early that it seems like every time we talk to a player, everybody's pretty much bought in?
I mean, it's great. I mean, as I said before, there's been a culture established, and they speak it, they live it, and they don't change from day to day. They're the same people every day, and having that to count on is amazing.
As an offensive lineman, especially one that prides himself on your physicality, how much is a system that they prioritize the run? I mean, that's like a goal for you.
I mean, it's great. I mean, it's great as an offense. I mean, offensive line, running backs, quarterbacks, wide receivers, everybody that wants to go fast, and that's where the league is trending. So to have a system like that, I mean, we all feel blessed.
So, what do you think about that? They were talking about prioritizing the run and just overall state of JPJ as his presser so far.
Yeah, I think that they're trying to like get him in a gotcha moment. I like how he keeps correcting himself and saying it's a we thing, like he can only do so much on the field to begin with, you know what I mean? Like he said too, his wife could love him all she wants off the field. It doesn't help him on the field. That has nothing to do with his play, you know what I mean? And yeah, I like how he likes refers to the offensive line coach. He likes that guy. He's helping everybody along. And by him helping everybody else get along, so the thing about the offensive line is it's one cohesive unit. They all have to work together. It's not like he said. It's not just him. It has to be everybody. They all have to be. It's a. They all have to be in sync.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's saying that the coaches got their back, and it seems like he doesn't have to worry about all those mental things that were going on. Like I've always felt like they were playing mental games with JPJ, and the media is helping it by reporting things like there's a camp battle with JPJ. Like there's no way that Carlos Rogers is on the level of JPJ. Sorry. It's not even they're not on the same level. So
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
even
see
think
Caleb
Grant's on the
Rogers
same
taking his
level.
place. What's that?
Yeah, I don't think Grant's on the same level either. I think he said Grant, right?
Or Rogers. Well, I don't know. It could have been Grant or Rogers, but I just know they said in camp today that Rogers and him took reps at right guard.
Yeah,
So that's the thing that they keep saying that Carlos Rogers is going to take a guard position and he plays
yeah.
guard. So
I could.
I'm not seeing that JPJ loses his job.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either. That would be definitely a punch in the gut. You know what I mean? That'd be a low blow.
Well, if they're going to play the best player, it's obvious that
Yeah,
JPJ
for
is
sure.
obviously the better guard out of all them. Rogers, um, whoever, it don't matter. He better than Burford too. So
Yeah,
this should be a non-issue, and I wish they'll stop.
yeah. I don't know why they're playing all the mental gymnastics with the guy.
Well, I don't think the coaches are now. I'm just saying like how the press is making that more of a competition than it is.
All right, trying to hype everything up.
Right.
Two more
How's
guys, two more.
it been playing next to Tyler? Where do you feel his impact?
Tyler's awesome. He's a great guy. He's another fellow Remington. Great dude. He's same thing, super smart. And, there's a reason why he's being paid what he's being paid, and I'm not like, you can always look on tape and see how great he is, but off the field, how great he is as a leader, as a mentor, and just a guy being a dude. I mean, he's a good dude. So
Rico said that you've been very consistent with your play. Just how do you go about making sure that you're very level and steady with your play?
I feel like just same thing, going out every day, trying to get better at something, knowing that I can go back to a position room and not be uh, treated differently every single day, be treated the same way and be treated how the coaches tell us they're going to treat us. And also just kind of staying off social media. Like I'm not on it. I mean, the only thing I look at now is like, I think fly fishing videos on YouTube. So just kind of staying off that, staying off the negativity, staying out of the anxiety, and simple, like make it as simple as possible. It's football. It's something that I loved since I was a little kid. It's something that all these guys, like all my teammates, all my coaches, and everybody in this building loves. So being able to come together and go play that and go support that, it's special, and we feel lucky.
Okay, cat's out the bag. So he essentially said it feels good to be able to go to work and not be treated differently every day. And that just goes to show to me the games that they were playing with JPJ. Like one day he's the buddy. The next day they treating him like he's the odd man out, and the inconsistency. And then to a young player, that does mess up the confidence. I don't know how important people understand that confidence is for these young players, because they don't know what they're getting themselves into. And then when you have the leadership playing mental games with you, it's hard for you to want to run through a wall for that guy or sacrifice it all to win for him.
Yeah, that's for sure. Always being on your toes, always, wanting to be accepted, that whole wanting to be accepted and being good enough, and just
Right.
that, that, that feeling that, no matter what you do, you can't make anybody happy. It's not a good place to walk into, man. That's not a good place to go to work at. That's not a, that's not a happy place. You want to be like Happy Gilmore and go to your happy place.
Yeah, so I'm glad for him that he actually has that environment now, and then we can see him flourish because they're putting him in the best position to succeed, not the best position to crash out.
Right. And you got media, so that's important too, because that will
What'd you
that
say?
will get your mind working and being all negative and all kinds of other stuff, man. It just gets you out of your concentration and your focus. You need to keep on your problem. You can't change the world.
When did you get off social?
I think probably a week before training camp. I mean, probably like around my wedding. I just want to stay more present around my wife, and I just like how it made me feel. So yeah.
Jackson, just back to the film room, talking about Rick Dennison. We see him up in the grill of all the offensive linemen during the reps. Can you talk about what the process has been like in terms of the teaching, the learning in the film and in film room, the meeting rooms?
Well, we have a lot of coaches in our room, and they do an unbelievable job. Each and every one of them bring a different piece. So, Rico's has some way to say about one thing, and then Mario could say it in a different way that, I might not have heard from, Rico. And then you have Ben, who's an unbelievable coach as well. And then you got Pete in there, just bat and clean up, just helping for us. So you have so much knowledge and different ways to teach something that everybody's learning. Everyone's just learning. And it just doesn't, nobody goes through the cracks. No one goes unnoticed. It doesn't matter if you're a starter making a lot of money or you're a undrafted free agent guy that just came in. We're all being treated the same. And it's something that's a real breath of fresh air.
Have you noticed a better frame of mind and difference being off social media now that you are off social media?
Yeah, I'm happy. Feel good. I want to go play football. I don't feel anxiety. I feel like I can just lean on my guys and my wife. So
You mentioned that a couple of times, the anxiety. Is that something that you kind of had to deal with and learn to deal with?
I think every player has to deal with anxiety. It doesn't matter if you're 8 years old playing your first football game in 2 feet of snow in Utah, or if you're out here in 195 degrees in Las Vegas. There's always going to be anxiety. And what you do about that and how you use to channel it and get better, that's on you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Man, I like how he navigated that interview when he mentioned that hot word, anxiety. Then, of course, they're going to frenzy on that. And I like how he responded to that, saying, I think, from the moment you start playing football up until that moment, there's going to be some level in anxiety. It's just how you choose to deal with it. And it looks like he's maturing to some, and also, I know you guys said, don't do it. But marriage will do that to you, especially as a young guy. It might
Oh, jeez.
stabilize you too. So I think it's a good thing for him.
Oh, jeez. I'm happy for the guy, getting rid of all of that anxiety, and he's right, man. It don't matter what sport you're in, you're gonna have anxiety. So you just deal with that, and you got to just roll with the punches. Channel, like you said, got to figure out how to channel that energy so you can make some, the right decisions and make your and make sure you got your mind right, because if your mind ain't right, your game ain't right. When your game ain't right, ain't nothing right.
And if ain't nothing right, your job ain't
Nothing right.
right.
Yeah, that's for shizzles, player.
So
Got
let's
to
go
have your
take a
mind
look
right.
at, huh?
Got to get your mind right. You got to have it right. You
Gotta
can't
have
all,
that mind right.
yeah, because you're all worried about what everybody's thinking about you and whether or not you're being good enough or how they're going to treat you when you go into work. That's not a, that's not a, that's not good.
All right, let's take a look at the next guy to grace the podium.
All right, let's check it out.
Made of Rick Dennison and this O-line coaching staff and what they brought.
I love the O-line coach here, the O-line staff here. They're real detailed and they're real genuine as far as what they want. They're real open as far as the different techniques that they teach. Each one of them bring like their own flavor, own style to the game, and I feel like it's really good, especially with all the talent that we have in the room, being so versatile. Different guys, they bring out different tools and techniques within each individual in the room, and I feel like they do a great job.
What are your impressions of the room?
My impressions of the room, guys are real open. You know, when I came in, real welcoming, and all these guys are ready to work. That's what I can say. Everybody's moving forward, making sure that they're all on the same page, making sure that they're trying to do the things necessary in order to put themselves in the best position to be successful.
Spencer, you're playing very well, and talk about the luxury of being next to Colton Miller and next to Tyler Linderbaum.
Bro, it's a blessing, bro. It's nothing short of a blessing. Just the experience that we have in between us three guys, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got a 9-year vet, and of course you got 3-time Pro Bowler. Like I said, with those guys, as far as communication, just making sure that we're all on the same page, making sure that we all move as a unit, not just us three, but as a whole line as a unit, all five. You know, we got all five go out there and play as one. And just making sure that everybody's on the same accord as far as from communication to technique, as far as from checks to adjustments, just making sure that everybody communicates within each other. I love playing next to those guys.
You're extremely athletic. Can you talk about how that it's tailor made for this offense?
It's a gift from God, bro. I really can't say nothing else from now. I'm just gonna continue to come in here and work with the coaches and making sure I put my best foot forward, be the best version I can be for my team. That's it.
Sounds like Hondo is really, really pushing for Burford to start because he comes in and say he's playing good, he's playing well, and essentially like making him like he de facto that's his position. Maybe Hondo knows something we don't know. I kind of see what he's putting down there. Um, that maybe Burford will be the starter.
And well, we brought him over here, right, from the 49ers, and he started, I think he started, he definitely started double-digit games. I can't remember exactly, but, and he's from this system. So we brought him over here because he knows the system. And I think it's a good idea that we did do that because if we do need him to either see if he's capable of starting for our team or if he's going to be, backup material, what do they call that? I can't remember right now. But yeah,
Yeah,
so we're going to wait and see. Hopefully him and the other guys battle this stuff out and let the best man win. He looks like a pretty tall guy. I mean, he looks pretty big.
he definitely looks. He's playing the part. He look like he's in shape, and he has a positive attitude, and he does have familiarity with the system. So going starting the year, he might be the best option. But just like Coach said, just because you started week 1 doesn't mean you start week 17
Or week 3.
or week 3.
What is a lot of competition at those two guard spots? Can you just talk about, how that's bringing the best out of you, but also, trying to compete with each other versus against? Every day you come out here is a competition. Every day, anything that you do, from meetings, anything that you do, from being on the field, and even the things that you're not watching, as far as recovery, as far as treatment, all of that's getting taken account of. So every day that you come out here is going to be a competition, whether you're competing against the defense or whether you're competing against a guy in the room. At the end of the day, competition brings out the best in each individual. Whether that be in your own room, whether that be from somebody else, whether that be anything that you're doing, as far as the way you watch film, the way you break down and assess certain things. So you're constantly getting evaluated. You're going to be constantly getting put under a microscope, just making sure that they're just trying to maximize everybody's potential, basically. How do you handle being under that microscope, you personally? Prayer, bro. Just making sure that I be consistent with my everyday routine, making sure that I do everything that I need to, as far as, like I said, recovery, number one, making sure that I'm ready, put my best foot forward for the next day, making sure that I understand and I break down the playbook to make things simpler. So when we go out here and play, everything, you can fly real fast, making sure that you're flying around the ball. And really, that's it.
Yeah, I like that. This regime is paying attention to detail, and like he said, all the way down to, the rest and recovery, so they can put his best foot forward the following day. That's dope. How much they watch film. He's just holding everybody accountable, and they don't have a problem with being under the microscope.
Yeah, that's a good thing too, because they are all going to be under the microscope. That offensive line coach, Joe, whatever, he's definitely will definitely be all over him if they ain't doing it right. So that's the good thing about that guy. I like that old school mentality from coaches that aren't afraid to get on your butt and hold you accountable. So we just gotta gotta let them play it all out, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. It's coming up soon.
Rick
Got
Dennison is really holding this old line to a standard, because we can't win the game if we can't keep Kirk Cousins clean, and we can't definitely win the game if we don't run the ball. And so the attention to detail that's allowing us to put our best foot forward, like he said. I like that they are being very, very tough on these guys, because I think we have a win now mentality while we build for the future.
Yeah, you can't you can't wait to have the team perfect before you have that win now mentality. You got to get the ball rolling with that mentality. It's about setting the culture, right? You got to start setting the culture, and then start building from that. It just doesn't. You just don't get the culture right when you start winning. You got to start that culture right now with the foundation, what they're trying to build right now. And hopefully in the next 4 years, we're going to see that all come out, right? And flourish. We're planting seeds, Joe. We're planting seeds.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It's a lot of great pieces that y'all add. We got a lot of great guys on defense and offensive side of the ball. Not to mention our OC, not to mention our head coach. And I know the vision. I know how he is as a coach, what he wants. He makes it very clear for the whole organization what he believes in, and everything that he's pushing forward and what we're pushing forward as a team. And right now, we're just trying to change the culture around here. And no shade to whatever it was before, but at the end of the day, we can't worry about what it was. We just worry about what it is now.
How do you feel like your familiarity with Clint Kubiak and this kind of offense has helped you transition over here to the Raiders?
It's good. Just I'm not gonna say being a step forward, but it does break down things a lot. It makes things a lot simpler. Just coming from that tree, just coming from that branch, but he's making it his own. So a lot of things, they do have similarity, but a lot of things are different, especially how they want to block certain things, how they expect certain things to be ran. And so that's the fun part about it, just making sure that you could just break down the small nuances within the system and the scheme, and just being a helping hand to the guy next to me, as far as communication, what's being expected, what's expected. And I can openly communicate to my teammates exactly what they want, what I'm saying? Being in the form of a system of this type of caliber, and just basically trying to break it down, make it easy for the next guy.
How does getting able to compete every day against a guy like Quay Walker make you better? Because you never know where he's coming from or what direction or what he's doing.
I respect the Quay. That's my dog, bro. He comes out here, he works hard every day. He makes sure that he has the defense on the same accord. They come out here and they fly around the ball, and they got a lot of energy when they play, bro. So just making sure that you flying around the ball, making sure that you on your P's and Q's, especially when you're talking about make sure the right run fits, like you said, blitzing whenever he comes in. He makes the team better.
A lot of people thought this was an open competition at guard for this team, but you've been running with the ones pretty much since day one. Did you see yourself as a starter when this whole process started?
Hey man, I can't control anything as far as I just do what I'm told at this point. Wherever they have me, wherever they put me, I'm gonna just try to make sure I maximize my potential in that position, just be the best I could be for my team.
Okay, see what happened when you get asked a question about being a starter? See how he ducked that answer? That's what I was expecting from AOC. A lot of people were asking me, well, what do you expect him to say? Like, I expect him to have the mentality of a starter, but I also expect him to understand how to duck that question. What you think?
Yeah, he answered that question. I like how he dipped and dodged it. Like you said, they go over these conversations and answers to how to answer these questions that they come at you with, because it's kind of like they're trying to get you in that gotcha moment. And so these guys have always coaches. It's everybody. So you gotta really be on your P's and Q's when you're working for an organization like this, because people are always trying to weasel in some questions and trying to get some answers out of you. But you just gotta, stay firm and do what he did. Just kind of like duck it. You just kind of, what is that? Jedi mind trick him.
There is no competition. There is no competition.
Yep.
But actually, though, really, I kind of think there is no competition. I kind of feel like they have the old line already set.
Yeah, I think they got it figured out. I think they got it figured out too. But only they're not going to tell us. They're not going to tell the
Right.
players either. They're going to make them work. But I'm pretty sure Kubiak and the offensive coordinator and the offensive line, they all know who they're gonna who the starters are already. But you still got to keep them on keep them on their toes, and you got to make them go out there and perform, which is why they're not told who's going to start yet. So I like that, because otherwise, you don't want them to go in there. I got the job and start slacking, getting comfortable. That's what you don't want them doing. You don't want them comfy. That's the worst. That's the worst thing to do.
What's it been like going up against Max Crosby on the other side? Power and the tenacity.
Bro, it's fun, bro. Just what he brings to the table, the energy and the style of play that he has, and everything that he's been through for this team. It's just it's a fun time being on the field at the same time as much as possible. Just seeing him go out there and make plays, just being the captain and the guy that he is, bro. More testament to him. And like I said, he's in here before the sun comes up, and he's in here, last guy in the building as well. So more testament to him, just making sure I pray that he just comes through the health and see the season healthy as possible, and just keep flying around making plays, just being the guy that he's been.
Other than Max Crosby, who on the defense has stood out to you so far?
Who the defense has stood out to so far? I would say Tonka he's made a couple of plays as far as flying around the ball. Quay, you got a rookie DB. I forgot his name. 36. He's been flying around making plays as far as in the back end, but they got guys that's all around the defense that has really been flying around making plays day in, day out. Usually any day that you come out here, you can find somebody new that's actually just popping out on film.
What has been your impressions of Kirk Cousins?
You said what?
What have been your impressions of Kirk Cousins?
My impressions of Kirk Cousins? Kirk Cousins is an open dude, bro. Real detailed, real funny guy, you know what I'm saying? But as far as just making sure he does get the offense on one accord, as far as he makes it clear what he wants. As far as checks and nuances, as far as within the offense, he makes sure that he puts guys in the right position. And if he's wrong, he has no, I would say, he has no ego. He still pats his chest, you know what I'm saying? If it's something that he does, he'll try to check out of it or something like that. But as far as making the right adjustments, as far as putting people in the right place, making sure that the offense is a fluid machine, he does everything he can.
What do you like about Clint Kubiak as head coach?
I love Clint Kubiak as a head coach. Like I said, like he wants a standard. The standard's clear as far as what he wants. And what I like about it is he keeps everybody on the same page and he makes it clear. That's the big thing as far as just making everything clear on the same basis, making sure everybody's on the same court, moving in the same direction. From the upstairs staff, from his coaching staff to the players, he just tries to make sure that we're all going towards the goal, which is to win the Super Bowls.
You said you did your homework with the O-line coaches and what you could be a part of here. I'm curious when you look at what could be with Ashton in the back, and I know,
bro, it's exciting, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Just Ashton, just the type of style and athlete that he is, the style of the way he runs the ball, how hard he runs, and the way he makes certain cuts, his vision as far as hitting the hole. And then, once he gets in the back end, it is what it is at that point. So good luck trying to tackle him, bro. But just in all honesty, bro, I'm excited to see where we can take this off. And Mike Watson hitting it, you say you got a 1-1-2, and then even the guys behind them, you know what I'm saying? All the nuances within the scheme and the fit, the play calling that we have right now, is the plays that we got, it's nice. I'm eager to see how it's going to be set up in the game for sure.
Thanks, Spencer.
No, I appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that this O line is set. It's similar to this quarterback competition. I don't think there's a competition on that O line, and we're starting to use this time to get continuity amongst them. Yeah, I can see them giving Caleb Rogers some snaps. I'm sure they're giving Trey Zoon some snaps. You know, even Charles Grant some snaps, some reps. And I don't think that they're necessarily threatening the job to start. It's just that they need the reps to work. So I'm thinking that this line is set. I'm thinking it's Colton Miller, Spencer Burford, Tyler Lindenbaum, JPJ, and DJ Glaze. Those are our opening day starters. What say ye?
Yeah, it sounds like a plan to me. I don't really know just yet. But what up, Navy vet? Haven't seen you in a while. How you been? Yeah, I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought real quick. I'm sorry. What
The
was that?
starting lineup.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think we already know who's gonna do it. Who's gonna be the starters? Like you said, I agree with you. Who's gonna be the starters? Unless someone gets hurt or something. Uh, Barring that, yeah, I think like you said, I think the five that you named right there are gonna be the starters for sure.
Yeah. What's up with We the People?
We the people.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
with you, man. I think the Raiders kind of have this O line shored up already. They have an idea who they want to run with, and I think they even know at this point. Because once preseason come, like I said, it's not gonna like they're gonna be divvying up those quarters amongst all the available people to see who's the best, and then take those 2 weeks off to figure out who's who and start there. I think they've already started, no different than how they did Mendoza and getting him that playbook. They're trying to, hit the ground running.
Yep. That's cool, baby vet. Good to see you, man.
Okay, let's go check out Tonka
Yeah, let's
Truck,
check. Let's see what he's got going
the
on.
guy that's buzzing the camp other than masses. Make sure you guys hit the like button on the way in. Don't be a fair raider. you're on the BART. You gotta pay the fare. The fare is free, but all you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. That's it. That's it. That's all. Or even a like, one of the two.
Tonka, as a guy that's had a front row seat to your pro career,
She's doing okay though.
I've never seen you play this well, even in college. Are you feeling it? Are you kind of in that zone right now?
Yes, sir. Just like all the hard work I put in, and just knowing it's just starting to click a little bit more. Just working hard, and just know I can help this team.
We've heard multiple guys rave about how you went about the offseason. What enabled you to kind of take it to another level, getting ready for training camp?
Someone told me like it's about sacrifices. So I could have went back home and everything, but I just decided to stay out here and really go hard at it.
You feeling the difference out there on the practice field? How's it coming across?
Oh yeah, I'm feeling it for sure. Just all the hard work, staying out here, in this heat for sure. Not being in the South, humidity. Just being able to transfer what I did in the weight room out here to the field.
A couple of your teammates have talked about how you're kind of a more reserved, quiet guy off the field. But on the field, you kind of come alive. Do you think that you turn to like a different person when you step on the field, or do you think that calm and poisonous about you kind of helps you in the trenches?
Well, I talk a little bit off the field. I can say that, but just like it's just people I'm more comfortable with. But I think on the field I do change, because just like how I play, I just like to stay calm, level-headed when and go about things.
Tonka, how does it feel to have such a leader and veteran like Max Crosby? Does that help you, and does it help you push you to be better?
It's a lot, Max. He just works hard a lot. It's just someone you want to give your all for. When you got people like that, you don't want to really let them down. So every day I step on the field, I want to go hard.
What have you seen from him and have taken from his game since you've been here?
Even though we play, two different positions, but you still get how he play hard, relentless, and everything. You can do that the same way at D tackle.
I said this last year, and if I'm wrong, feel free to tell me you disagree. But I mentioned it. No smile. Didn't seem like football was a lot of fun last year. I have not seen you stop smiling since OTA started this year. What happened, or did I just misnotice it? But this seems like the love of the game is back, like it had in college.
Oh well, I don't really. People tell me all the time to smile a little bit more. It's just something I never really did. So this year I try to open up a little bit more, smile a little bit more, just get to know the guys a little bit more, and just have fun out there, and just know this is something I get to do. So just enjoy every day.
There's a rumor that you won an award for your work in the weight room. Is that true? And I guess what does that mean to you to get that?
Yes, sir. It meant a lot. Just all your hard work. We don't really do it for the accolades and everything, but it just means a lot to know that all your hard work has showed off.
We've seen you tip a couple passes at the line more than maybe some other guys. Can you talk about the art of when you don't get to the quarterback when you're roughing to get your hands up there and when to know that?
Yeah, that's just something I learned when I was younger. It's just they say if you can't get to the quarterback, put your hands up. Sometimes you get put in bad positions, so you just want to be able to fake the game however you can, and just if you can tip the ball up, get it to go up, catch a pick, change the whole game.
Your biggest fan was Robbie Leonard even last year, and when you heard he got promoted to DC, how excited was that? Like Christmas for Tonka?
Robbie, he's a great coach. He understands the players and everything, and it just meant a lot. Because he gonna put the players in the right positions to succeed.
Are you feeling the work you did on the weight room this summer translating on the field? Do you feel stronger?
Yeah, I think it is a lot. College, I had little ups and downs in college. Wasn't able probably to make it through a whole off season and everything here and there. But this year, made it through the whole off season. Feel real better.
What's the biggest shift in your mentality, would you say, going from your rookie year and trying to adjust to now to where you can perform this way?
First, I'm not a rookie no more. So I just changed the whole mentality. Now you can't go out there and really look like a rookie. You might have mistakes here and there, but you got to be able to correct those mistakes and go as you as a vet.
Was there any specific thing that really helped it kind of slow down for you that's made your focus clearer as this season comes in?
I probably just say listening to all the vets, all the older guys who've been doing it and everything. Just telling you to trust yourself. You're here for a reason, and you can do this.
There's been a lot of changes with this team, with head coach, a bunch of other stuff, with new guys coming in. There's been quite a bit of continuity, though, at your position. Robbie Leonard still being the DC and coaching you guys. How do you feel like kind of not having that change has helped you kind of grow into year two?
I think it helps a lot. Having the same people around. it keeps everything like the same verbiage and everything. So I probably say that it helps with like techniques and everything, so you don't have to change what you're doing.
What have you seen from Coach Kubiak that's truly resonated with you since his time being here?
Coach Kubiak, he said the other day he had like a dull personality. I think at times I do too. Like I get straight to the point. I may just answer your questions and just be like yeah, and don't say too much. But I think like we like the same personalities. You just want to get our job done.
There have been some more changes on the offensive line, different scheme, different guys in the middle. What have you noticed different about them squaring off every day in practice?
I think just how they work together. It just shows the strength of them, and all of them working together. I feel like it's a whole different unit.
What do you want to accomplish this season?
I want to accomplish everything. I want to help this team win, be the best that we can be, and I know if I'm at my best, I can help that team.
Good guys, thank you.
So what do you think? You think Tonka Hemingway starts?
Yeah, I think I think he does got a shot of starting. He looks like he's been out there hitting the weights, like he said, putting on weight, making tackles on the line, out there showing out. That's a good way to get some playing time. That's a good way to show the coaching staff and everybody around you that you're putting in work and you mean business, which is what you're supposed to be doing. You're not supposed to be taking the whole summer off, sitting around in the off season doing nothing.
Yeah, even when they gave them time to go home to kind of refresh and start over and get their mind right, so that way when they came into camp that they were ready. He decided to stay, like he was locked in, and and it's a thing when your D tackle or your nose tackle is talking about getting interceptions. Put his hands in the air, knock the ball up, and do like Max did and get the ball and take off with it. Just make sure you run the right direction. um, because as a lineman, it's probably easy to get turned around, especially if you knock the ball in the air and you turn around to catch it. Then you probably think you have to turn around to go the opposite direction, and you could be running the wrong way. But I'm happy to see that he's thinking interception from that position. That means our defense is really specifying and putting a focus on turnovers.
Yeah, focusing on turnovers and getting to the quarterback are pretty much things that we've been lacking in the last, I don't know, several years, especially the turnover to turnover to turnover ratio, like on the offense, interceptions, fumbles, and then the ratio on the defense getting trying to get it back. It's been a one-sided affair for a minute, and that ain't good. Which is why we went and got the ball hawks that we went and got in the draft, so we can try and change that mentality around here. What they do need to start teaching them is how to punch that damn ball out. I could never understand why we haven't been teaching that damn technique. It's been going around for many years now, but yeah, it's like we never get around to teaching them this technique that everybody seems to figure out. I mean, I guess some players just want to, try and do it, and some players don't. I guess they don't want to break, maybe afraid of breaking their hand or whatever. I don't know. But I think that they definitely should be working on some of these techniques to try and get that ball out, force fumbles.
Yeah, it's a mentality. You got to have that presence of mind. Like Charles Woodson used to do that. He'll knock that ball loose. You just kind of got to be present with that. And,
Hmm.
that might be something that they will preach at some point. But turnovers, like you said, we got to win the turnover battle. We got to be in the plus. Like we got to be like plus a something number of turnovers. So I think we're gonna be okay. But now even Tonka, he's been getting a lot of burn, so I think he even gonna start. I mean, Adam Butler, have we seen Adam Butler or
Not
Thomas
really.
Booker the fourth?
And we've heard from Booker, but we haven't heard anything from from the old guy,
Yeah, from Adam Butler.
from Butler. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I think this team pretty much is 90% set. I think our starting lineup is about 90% set. I just don't think it's not as big as a competition as they say it is. Like they're competing, but as far as who's going to start this season off and what who they're going to ride with to begin with, I think that's pretty much set for the most part.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Like they have to know about 90 to 95%. 85 to 95% of the people that are going to start right now, they should know. They should be like, yeah, okay, we've seen enough. And as it goes on the next couple of weeks, right? Because preseason isn't really about your starters or anything. It's all about
Right.
them really showcasing the talent that they have to other teams, right? And that's what it's really about. That's why everything's all vanilla. That's why we do a base offense and a base defense. They just want to go out there and showcase some talent. Sometimes the first few plays will be on the offense. They'll put the number ones out there. But they're not normally out there for longer than one drive. But back in the day, as you went later on into the preseasons, they'd stay out a little bit longer because they just want to make sure that they hit the ground running. And it's the same thing with the defense. When the first squad for the offense comes out, the first squad for the defense will come out. So and then as they break their players away, normally so do the other team. But sometimes these guys try to leave their number ones in there a little longer, and it looks pretty funny when they're going up against twos and threes, because of course you're going to smash them. What up, D Menace? Thanks for coming through. Appreciate you.
D Menez was good with the brother.
Appreciate all
Yeah,
you guys coming through. Thank you.
yeah. I don't really have a problem when they stick you with the twos and the threes. Well, maybe the threes if you're a starter like that. That's a joke. Like the twos, that really just gets your team, your starters continuity quicker, and you go out there, go 3 for 4 or 4 for 4 as a quarterback. Your running back get 2 carries, maybe get like 15 yards. Get their feet wet. Get them into that game mode, and that's what it's more so about for them. Um, and then if they're going up against the twos, it's essentially like you should succeed against those guys. I mean, that's about confident builders. And they're not going to be in there that long because, like you said, they'll play a drive and get up out of there. Because the worst thing you want to do is get them injured in games that don't count.
That's the exact thing you don't want to happen. That's the worst thing that can happen for you. I'm a Raider though.
I'm all right, I know. So, Hall of Fame game starts tonight. So you know what that means.
Oh yeah,
Football
it's
is in.
tonight.
Yes, football is in the air. So the Hall of
Oh
Fame
sure,
game
I'm gonna have to
starts
watch some
tonight,
football tonight. What time is
and
it
then
on?
I don't know, like 5:30 normal
All
time.
right, it's on.
And so, you know, this football is in the air, and I think our preseason starts 2 weeks from today. And I don't know, I'm getting excited. I'm getting more and more excited, and like knowing that it's 2 weeks away, then like I said, our situation is solidified. So, yes, football is back, D Minutes. I hope you juice like we are. So, like we always say, thank you guys for hacking into the show. We really appreciate the love. We appreciate the loyalty. You already know there's only one nation, and that's the Raider Nation, all day, every day. Because I'm a Raider, He's a Raider, you a Raider, whether you're from the Bay to LA to Las Vegas. I'm a Raider though.
I'm a Raider though.
If you're a Niner fan, what it do? Marshawn Lynch said, "F you." I'm a Raider.